Hello everyone, my name is Arthur Lockman, and today I'm going to be showing you a little bit about Adobe Flash Builder 4. Now some of you may have developed applications in Flash Builder before. This is a basic introduction for people who have never touched this application before, but have it, and would like to know a little bit about what it can do. Now this can do about the same as what I showed you to do before in Catalyst. However, you can edit the MXML code which runs the which is the basis of the application in Builder. Now you can import projects from Flash Catalyst into Builder, and in fact we're going to do that right now. We're going to say import flex project. Now the project that we had built before in Builder, in Catalyst, we can import. It's right here. We'll copy it into our workspace. Okay, so now we have our basic application right here. We'll go into the source. Here's all of our controllers. There's our components. And here's our main. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to step through the code so I can show you the basis of an MXML application. MXML, as you can see from line 1, is based on XML, so it's kind of like HTML, but a little different. Everything is nested inside of other applications. So you have here on line 1, you have the S application tag. Now this tag is the basis for all MXML applications in Flex. And the first thing you see is the S application, that's the basis. Then you have the XML namespace. What this shows, it shows the compiler where to look if it sees a starting namespace of FX. So like here, the FX script. It tells the compiler, oh, you can find these components here. Then you look in the next place, the S component. Okay, the namespace S. Well, it tells it you can find the S here under Spark. The D tells it where it can find D. The FC tells it where it can find FC. FC stands for Flash Catalyst, so that's Flash Catalyst specific things. And then it has other tags that will define the application, like background color, FFFFF, that's white. The height, 600. The preloader color is that. And then the width is 800. So that shows you the basic application tag. Now, nested inside of that, it's common practice to put the FX script tag. Now, this allows you to put in ActionScript code. ActionScript is a lot like Java. You have to put that tag in, and then you put in the CData tag, and then it starts. So down here we have functions and strings and ifs and conditional statements and functions and everything. This all defines what the application does. Now, you could put this inline in some of the other components, but it's a lot easier to have a scripts up here, because then you know that it's all together, and if you need to find something, you can go and look for it. Then we come down. The next thing we see is the states. Now, the states we defined before in Flash Catalyst. They are the different states that an application can exist in. So if we go over to Design View, the states show up. It's compiling the theme files. Hopefully. There we go. So over here you see we have the states. It's a little different from Flash Catalyst, but as you can see, all of the buttons and things that we had built before stayed here. So those are the states. Now we have the design layer. This is something that Flash Catalyst puts together. You don't normally use this. And as you can see in it, we have our button, we have our text, and we have our two other buttons. Now as we go through here, the button, the click action, this tells the button where it's supposed to look for the click. Now what this points to is an ActionScript function, button_click handler. And that right here is right here. That's what that points to. Now, it also has the skin class, so what the button looks like, and that's over here listed in the components button.1. Then we have the X and Y values, which tells it where it is on the page. Then we have rich text. Now this has color, it has the font size, the height, and then the ID. The ID is important when you're writing applications because it tells the action script and the rest of the application what you can call this by if you go to look for it. And then it has over here, it's got the text. It's got the text on page 2. Now this is something interesting with MXML code. What you can do is you can define one thing for one state. So the text in any state is this is state 1 unless other defined. And then over here you can say text.page2. Now that'll tell you that when this button or when this text exists in page 2, it has different text. And we have the width and the X and the Y. Then we have another button and another button. And then down here we get into the transitions. Now this is what did all of our rotating that we had built before. Got the transition, and then it drills down to a whole bunch of different things, and we finally get to the rotate 3D, which has a lot of different parameters that tell it how it's going to rotate. We come down, we got another transition, which is another rotate 3D, and these fade transitions, which shouldn't be there, but they are because they apply to the button. And then we come down, it ends, and we have the end of the application. Now this application has other things in it. It has components. These are custom things that you have built using MXML to define what things look like or to build separate components that do what you want. Now this one is the skin for the button. So what it does is it has all of the different colors for the up, down, over, disabled built in. And this does all the state management as well. Now you can't see much, it's just the button. So you can see it's got the up, the over, the down, and the disabled states all right there. If we go to the other button, this one may have something more exciting. It's got the up, the over, the down, and the disabled, all the colors that we had defined before. So now, if you run this application by going up here, clicking Run, this is state 1, this is state 2. It looks exactly like it did in Catalyst, and this button still goes to our website. That's just a basic walkthrough of MXML applications. Later on, I'm going to show you how to connect your basic MXML application to web services and have it do some login authentication. So hang on for that. That's all for right now, and I will see you later.